Hello, welcome to Jason the Old Millennial. My name is Jason, speaking here in my basement in Great State of Kansas. In this 5-minute review, I'm going to review a book I just finished from the library. It is called Steven Spielberg, All the Films, Story Behind Every Movie, Episode, and Short. Yeah, this is, wow, I mean, you see how big this book is. This is a pretty giant book. I think it's over 400 pages long. Yeah, if you like Steven Spielberg, this is the book to get. I was so excited when I saw this in the library. I was like, oh, what is this? Because Spielberg's been my probably favorite director of all time for quite a while. If you see my list, I'm a huge fan of stuff like the Jurassic Park movies, Indiana Jones, and I'm trying to think of more. I know there's classics like Jaws and Counter the Third Kind, E.T. I mean, he just has so many huge blockbusters. I even like Ready Player One, I thought was great. War of the Worlds, I'm actually a big fan of. So yeah, I've done so many great films over the years anyway. So it's kind of fun to get through this. And yeah, this goes through every single movie that he did, basically up to Meet the Fabelmans was the last movie that it covers on here, which is pretty good. I think in overall it was like 38 movies or something like that. I forget, 30 some movies in total that he's directed. Also covers like the beginning, his like first like student film or something like that got traction, some shorts he did. It talks about some episodes of TV that he did, like he directed an episode of Columbo. It talks about that here. Anyway, so it kind of goes through each film and give you an example. If I get a film here, like let's see, Jaws here. Like it starts off with a synopsis of the film, it has like a quote from the film or something. Anyways, and I love how it's structured. It has a genesis, so it talks about how the movie got written or who wrote the movie. How did Steven Spielberg come across it? How did he get to sometimes early on Steven Spielberg wasn't as known a director, so he had to kind of audition for the role or whatever. He had someone had to say, hey, let's get Steven Spielberg, and he had to look at it and say, yeah. And then later on, when he, of course, becomes a huge, director, he then is the one who finds projects and then, gets it rolling, basically. But yeah, it looks at the genesis of the film, talks about the different scenes maybe, and talks about the cast, how they casted the actors in the story, problems they might have had. It talks about like actors that wanted to be on it but didn't get on it, or all kinds of problems that happened on set and with the actors, and certain actors that were looked at but declined offer. So much cool information. It goes through it all, and then it even talks about the reception here. There's a part about how did the movie do? How did it do in the box office? How did the critics like it? Were there some critics that didn't like it? So it goes through all of that as well, and like if it won awards, and yeah, what kind of what kind of effect did it have on the pop culture? All that kind of stuff. So it goes through each movie and other stuff. So man, if you want a good analysis of each film that he did, this is an incredible book. And yeah, I can't say enough. Like, it was a fun read. I have to admit, if I didn't like a movie, I'd probably just skip it. But there's so many great movies. I mean, like I said, and then you got like little things that just talk about Spielberg himself. Spielberg in the New Hollywood. There's a section about John Williams, and section about how like Steven Spielberg liked to use kids in his films, and it talks about even like there's one section that talks about like the kids and how their career happened afterwards anyway. So there's already all kind of cool like articles in between talking about the actual movies themselves. So I mean, it's just full of really cool information, everything you really want to know about Steven Spielberg basically, and what makes him a great filmmaker, why his films have impacted Hollywood in such a huge. I mean, he's kind of known as the big blockbuster filmmaker. I mean, what's so incredible about Steven Spielberg when I read this is like, I mean, his second film is Jaws, basically, and Jaws becomes like the biggest box office movie and basically changes summer blockbuster. We now go, okay, let's put all our blockbuster movies that make a lot of money in the summer. That's where you make money. That happened because of Jaws, made tons of money in the summer. So he does Jaws, and he gets nominated for like Best Picture. And then he does Close Encounters of the Third Kind right after that. does really good numbers, gets nominated. And I think he got nominated for Best Director first for that. And then shortly after that, he does E.T. Gets nominated again, Best Picture, Best Director, biggest box office movie of all time. Then after that, he does Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, again, Best Picture, Best Director, I think, one of the biggest box office movies of all time. I mean, like the first 5 movies he did, he was just breaking all kinds of box office numbers and getting nominated. I mean, this is super early in his career when he's young. And I don't think anybody's had that kind of impact so quickly. That's what makes him such a unique director, I think, is like, man, it didn't take him very long to make an impact and make some of the best and greatest, biggest box office movies of all time and movies that we still talk about today. Not alone Jurassic Park, which again, 93, broke the box office again for biggest box office movie of all time and changed the way we do CGI and special effects as well. Not to mention he did Schindler's List in this very same year. That's the other thing. I don't know if another director could do Jurassic Park, the biggest box office movie of all time at 93, and also make Schindler's List, which wins Best Picture, his first Oscar for Best Director, and other Oscars. I mean, come on. That's just incredible to do those 2 films in the same year. So that's what makes him, I think, one of the most unique, most incredible filmmakers. Definitely check this book out. I definitely would love to get this on my own after reading it from the library. Yeah, but really leave your thoughts. What do you think about Steven Spielberg, favorite movie and all that? I'd love to read the comments. But besides that, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for liking it. Thank you to all my subscribers for supporting the channel. I appreciate you all. Hope you have a good day.